Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel once again. If it is your first time here, my name is Gigo, and today we are back at the Shai Hills project, episode 4. In episode 3, we started with the block laying of the second level, the rooms. In today's episode, we will be focusing on the forming of the hatch, right? So, which is in front of the house. You will be seeing that later in today's video. So, as I said earlier this year, that we will be skipping most of our, videos. I mean, the steps in construction, because if we should keep doing the same thing, I mean, then we will be repeating all the steps over and over because we have a lot of projects upcoming. So we will be skipping some of the process, right? But in when something new comes up, I mean, then we will talk about it. So fast forward, the block work is completed, and the pillars has been, the front pillars, or let me say the columns, right, has been mounted. It is for beautification. I mean, it doesn't serve any purpose. It's not holding any structure, as you can see, but we will be forming an arch, right, on top of the, to, I mean, it is just for beautification, right? So that is the purpose for today's video. But I mean, we will be going 360, right, for us to see the shape of the house, right? I'll also use this opportunity to address one or two things, I mean, with our process of building, and also showcasing most of our projects here on the channel. I know some of you guys, sometimes you want to know more about some of these projects, but these are projects of clients, right? I mean, they also have, there are things that they like to share and things that they would like to keep to themselves, right? So I don't know if you've been paying attention, but some of these projects we don't show the inside, right? There are projects that we don't show the inside, we only show the outside. Some also we also show the inside, but we don't show the outside. I mean, there's some that we are allowed to just show in and out. Some we are even allowed to put out the measurement, the cost breakdown at every step. So every client and what he or she wants to put out there, we don't have control over that, right? I mean, it is important that we keep the client's privacy. So before we start with each project, we have to ask the client to make sure of what he or she wants us to put out there. So sometimes that's why some of these projects I don't put, maybe measurement, the cost estimate, how much it costs, even the 3D drawings and the plan, I don't put them out here. It's not that we don't have, but we do have for all of, the project that we are building. But these are designs that, people paid for. They spend money. Some of them spend time, to design those things, and they don't want, you know, I mean, they want it to be unique, right? So they don't want to share all those things out there. When the structure is done, and you've been following the journey of that particular project, I believe that will give you an image, right? A 3D image of how it looks. I mean, if you follow step by step process, in my playlist, that can help you to imagine how it looks. Sharing 3D designs and stuff from people, I mean, these are their private properties, right, that they've paid. That's why I don't share 3Ds and that's, but if I have my own way, I mean, I will share from every step, from the beginning to the end, the cost estimate at every stage, the 3D drawing, the planning, I mean, everything, the measurement. But we have to respect clients, and I totally agree with that because these are some of the houses they will be staying with their family and stuff, right? I mean, sometimes if you watch these videos and you get to the place for the first time, you can even go to all the rooms. I mean sharing this kind of video sometimes can also be a dangerous thing, right? But We are also trying to motivate people to come back home. We are trying to let people understand that it is possible to get things done, right? So we cannot share everything. We cannot share everything out there. We have to protect our clients. But I mean, with my personal project, I can go ahead and put everything out there. That's why with my personal project, I try as much as possible to put everything out there just to give you an idea, right? An idea of how much it will cost you, or what you can do with your land size and what is possible, right? I mean, that is my main goal here on YouTube. It doesn't matter if you are building with us or not, but I just want you to know the truth and what you can do, depending on, your finance and everything. My main work here is to let you know it is possible. It is possible. I mean, it is possible to get things done. And that is what I like to showcase here, right? So please bear with us if we are not sharing much information on some of our videos. Those that are allowed, I mean, you've seen it here. I will come and put everything out here for you to get an idea, right? So stay tuned. That's why I've created a playlist. So there are playlists where, I mean, you can see all the cost estimate. You can be following those particular projects, right? And those that has a nice architectural design and all that, you can also be following. So that is why I created a playlist for you to have your own way, what you want to see. You don't have to watch all my videos. If you just target one project, I mean, if I'm sharing the cost there and the measurements, you can just follow that project to get the latest update of the current prices of materials in Ghana. And I mean, you can check on any other project to see our development, how we are also developing and how we are building, and what are the things that we are sharing. I mean, I do share tips and ideas also with most of the project that we don't have to give more details. That is where I share a lot of details and tips, how to save cost building in Ghana, right? So this is how far the Shai Hills project is going. I believe in our next episode, in episode 5, I mean, we will cast the hatch and we will see the outcome of it. The roofing work will also follow up shortly. Plastering and all that will be coming on. So stay tuned for that, right? So then I think this brings us to the end of today's episode. I really do appreciate your time spent here on the channel. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I will see you in my next episode. Let's get to it.